Boruto episode 73. Now, this episode is a very good episode. It's on the emotional side. You got to see Naruto, Kakashi, and everybody else. They were along talking about it as well. But one thing that we got to see in this episode that we didn't really get to see in the other episodes is Konohamaru's feeling towards the whole thing. I've been vocal about this. Konohamaru didn't really show a lot of emotion when he did find out that Mitsuki was Orochimaru's son. And now in this episode, you get to hear Konohamaru voice his opinion a lot more. He's asking Naruto, why did you do this, and that? And of course, Naruto had an answer for all of it. And of course, Naruto was very apologetic to Konohamaru. But Naruto did bring up a good point. He wanted to have Konohamaru know Mitsuki without all the other stuff and have him form his opinion about Mitsuki and not have his opinions about Orochimaru weigh in on his opinions about Mitsuki. So I think that was a very good decision. Now, Naruto isn't stupid. Naruto didn't let Konohamaru go on to the mission as well. I feel like if Konohamaru would have probably went on to the mission, he would have probably tried to fight Orochimaru, and that probably wouldn't have been a good idea. In my opinion, I feel like Orochimaru at this point is still stronger than Konohamaru. Konohamaru would have probably got washed. But enough about Konohamaru. Let's get on to Boruto and Sarada. Now, Boruto and Sarada, they successfully infiltrated Orochimaru's lair. Now, I'm not completely sure how or why they were able to do this. Let's be honest. Yamato was supposed to be monitoring it. Of course, I know Yamato got a little bit distracted with Sarada and Karin diversion. But Yamato, he had one job. Let's be honest. He had one job, which is to protect and watch over Orochimaru. And he failed at that. 2 Genins and 1 low-life Jonin pretty much deceived Yamato. But hey, man, let's just go with it. Now, Karin and Sarada had a cool moment. I know some people out there still are probably holding on to the fact that, hey, Karin might be Sarada's mom. Karin is not Sarada's mom. Sakura confirmed it already. I just had to say that because I know some people are going to hit me up like, hey, the real mother and daughter had a moment in this episode. No, it wasn't like that. Karin is like that nice aunt that Sarada always has. Karin basically got Sarada her glasses. That's where you got to hear Karin basically comment on Sarada's glasses like, hey, they still fit. Things like that. So I feel like it was a very nice scene to see them two. Sarada finally meets her almost supposed mother. It was a very cool scene. Now, one of the weird things that we did get to see in this episode was Boruto and Sarada finally meeting Orochimaru and finally seeing the other test tube that Orochimaru is working on. Now, we as an audience already knew that Orochimaru had multiple Mitsukis out there. We did see Mitsuki's older brother as well, named Log, in this episode. But Sarada and Boruto, this is their first time basically seeing all this and them pretty much realizing like they never really knew Mitsuki at all. And I feel like this is a very good wide awakening for Boruto and Sarada in this episode. Now, throughout this episode, Boruto's main goal is to get more information about this little snake that Mitsuki left behind. Orochimaru had no answers. Orochimaru could only really decipher what the snake told Boruto originally. But as you guys know, Orochimaru told Boruto, like, hey, I know where you can go. You can go to the Ryuchi Cave. The snake sage, he could basically read the minds of this snake. Now, that right there, it seems very dangerous. Not only the fact that Orochimaru said, hey, they might not come back alive, but it's the fact that they're going to be around a whole lot of snakes that basically want to eat humans. Now, the other significant part about this is the fact that, hey, Boruto and Sarada might actually have to learn snake sage for them to live and survive in the Ryuchi Cave. If you guys want, I'll make a whole video explaining or describing the Ryuchi Cave because the place is very interesting. Kabuto went there, Orochimaru went there, all the regulars went to Ryuchi Cave. Now, it is a very good possibility that Boruto and Sarada are going to run into a lot of problems over there in Ryuchi Cave, mainly because, as I said, they're not going to know them, but I think they're going to probably try to give them some snake sage or probably some snake jutsus to basically test their loyalties and test their abilities of being worthy of being in the Ryuchi Cave. It's going to be a very dangerous route for Boruto and Sarada, but that's assuming they even get there. We all know Team 10 with Shikadai, inojin, and also chocho. They're there to stop them. I really don't think that Boruto and Sarada can take Shikadai, chocho, and inojin at the same time, plus a jonin, let's be honest. But for some reason, if Boruto does talk no jutsu his way out of this situation, it's going to be a very interesting episode to see Boruto and Sarada in Ryuchi Cave. It's going to be extremely dangerous, all that. But in the next episode, we can look forward to Boruto and Sarada fighting Team 10. Of course, Boruto and Sarada, they're not going to be talking no jutsu out of trying to save Mitsuki. They're going to basically try to go full steam ahead because they trust their teammate. And I do have to say this, whenever Boruto is up against a serious and strong foe that he basically has no chance of beating, his idol jutsu might come up. And I say this mainly because whenever we've seen Boruto in a match where he's superbly outclassed, you know, when we see him fight Shizune, when we see him fight Momoshiki, his idol jutsu pops up. So his idol jutsu might pop up. He might open a portal. We have no idea. Honestly, at this point, the Jogan is a huge mystery. So if he were to get out of this situation, that'll probably be the only way, other than talking to dudes, that I see Boruto and Sarada going to Ryuchi Cave. But let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comment section below. I really think it was a very good episode, very emotional, but let me know what you guys think. Do you guys still believe in Mitsuki? Because it's getting real dark for my man's Mitsuki, but let me know what you guys think. It's being your boy Baara B, and we out.